Be Real. Welcome back. Let's Be Real podcast. It's your boy, the One Piece Shark. I know I was missing our last live episode last week, but I'm back today with just like I said, I do like some in and out episodes. Since I canceled Let's Tighten Up podcast, I said I was gonna make some different in between episodes, videos. So especially this week, we're actually not gonna have an episode this upcoming Saturday due to all the different schedules for all the guys. So decided to drop one, especially all the crazy things that happen to college football, and had to get none other than my great guest who covers college football, has a podcast Ball About the South, my guy Carey Wood, aka C Wood. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. How about yourself?
Man, doing well. Yep. I ain't glad to get you on. Of course, I had you on Let's Tighten Up podcast. So anybody, and you was on one of my, I guess, my last few episodes. So you was on, I think, back in
I believe
February.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was February. That's it. That's exactly right. So yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah, for sure. But man, no other than get into it. Of course, before we get started, remember to listen, subscribe to the show on YouTube. This episode will be YouTube exclusive, so listen to all our actual episodes on YouTube live on Saturday mornings. Of course, you listen to recording afterward, and listen to us on any podcast platform: Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, you name it. Follow the blogs, of course, on LBR website. I got a link tree in my Twitter bio, so you go to the _P Shark. You can find everything I do there. But before we get started as well, C Wood, let you promote your stuff as well.
Okay, man. Well, I am C Wood, Carey Wood, but like I say, just call me C Wood. I'm at my Twitter handles at C Wood on sports. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, matter of fact, but mostly Twitter. Like you said, like P Shark said, Ball About the South. That's my podcast. Pretty much deal with NFL, NBA, but I do a lot of college as well, and try to do it, every week. Sometimes I may not, but try to be as consistent as I can, and just really focusing in mostly on the South, but then again, I also do talk some stuff around the nation as well, especially. You're talking about with the preseason here in the NFL now, as we get ready to kick off the regular season, playoffs in the NBA, all that. I'll cover kind of more of broader scope, but the focus is on the South. So
Of course, and like I said, you're a native of Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a native of Memphis, Tennessee. We're in the South, so hey,
dirty South, the dirty man.
Yes, sir. But to get it started, man, to recap, I know of course, we're in SEC territory, but we'll get to SEC in a second. I want to discuss a couple of crazy games, right? The first night was Thursday. Well, really, the first night was the week 0, the weekend before. Right. But week 1 officially last Thursday. We had a crazy game in rivals with Pittsburgh and West Virginia. I forgot I was busy that night for whatever reason. Of course, I'm a Tennessee fan too, so I was watching Tennessee. But exactly. I caught the end of the game, right? And I just couldn't help just the game side up. The guy from West Virginia drops the pass, literally when who's that? Slovis, the quarterback from USC.
Slovis. Yep. So USC. That's it.
I got wide open, man. He drops the
wide open.
First down, every kid drops it. Not only does he drop it, it tips off in his hand. The Pittsburgh guy catches it and proceeds to return it all the way for a touchdown. That pretty much
right down the right. Man, one of the craziest endings I ever seen. Well, that wasn't necessarily the end, but that was insane. I was like, you gotta be joking, man. I mean, right in his hands. How could he drop that? I mean, JT Daniels could not have went out there and handed it to him any better than that. And dude just broke down the right sideline, man. It was crazy. It really was.
I got mixed up. Yeah, it was JT Daniels, West Virginia. Slovis played for Pittsburgh. So
I got you. Oh, you cool.
Yeah. So I got it wrong, but yeah, both of them USC transfers, of course, or JT Daniels, USC, then Georgia. So, which one took? Both of them was at USC at the same time. I forgot who took whose spot, but I think Slovis started. Then JT Daniels started, and Slovis came
JT
in.
Daniels first, yeah, and
Yeah,
Slovis was last year or was the year before last?
I think the last
I
2
think I
years.
think it was partly last year, if not, and it didn't work out, obviously, and the Clay Helton thing didn't work out either. So yeah, and really, I didn't know that he had ended up at Pittsburgh. I
I didn't
really didn't realize
either.
that. So I was like,
Hey,
wait a minute. Oh, I know that name.
right.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean it was a wild game. Now it's a good thing that they got that rivalry going back though, man. The backyard
Hmm.
brawl. It's always been one of the tops. Even though the teams might not be elite teams or anything, but it's always been one of the best rivalries. And that game was crazy. I mean, hey, we couldn't start the season off with a better game. I don't think.
Yeah, which is crazy. You would think the game couldn't get no crazier than that, but we're about to get to the other crazy games in a second. But
You
I
got you.
mean,
All right.
my thoughts is just because West Virginia did have no shot. They drove down the field. I mean, JT Daniels
Yeah.
threw greatest pass you could have thrown on that last play. I thought he caught it. I thought he caught it.
He almost
He
did,
came so
man. I
close,
mean,
man.
it's close, but you absolutely right. That was the only place he could have put that ball, and it was
Hmm.
on the money.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm sitting there like, okay, this is the JT Daniels that they've been talking about. I said, okay, I can see why Georgia fans have been going crazy over this dude because
Right.
he was slinging it the other night. Yeah,
Hmm. So yeah, I expect both teams where West Virginia's in Big 12, Pittsburgh and ACC. I mean, we'll see with Pittsburgh. We'll get to our week 2 predictions. So I got a Pacific game. I
got
against my Tennessee Vols that's coming up. But
you,
um,
got you.
well, that's up in the game. College football. It's a lot of mistakes, and I mean, all the games we about talked about,
It
just
is.
mistake after mistake, and it's crazy like how bad it could get, but how great it is at the same time because of it.
But I think that's kind of the hook right there.
Hmm.
It's not they're not supposed to be professionals, even though I mean the money that's going
Yep.
around, they might as well say they are professionals. But yeah, I think that's the charm of it, man. You get the mistakes, but it's still entertaining.
Yep.
So yeah, that is what everybody I think loves about college football. You still get that kind of amateurish feel, but still some good football.
Yep, exactly, and especially from the top teams. And I mean, all of them, the Notre Dame Ohio State game, you could say it was boring, but it was a defensive battle. Ohio State, and I mean, that was one of well played games out the weekend. But
It was
and of course, you got the Georgia, Oregon, 49-3. That was number 11 ranked Oregon, by the way.
number
They out the rank.
11.
They out the rankings now.
Yes.
uh,
Man, yeah, crazy. I did not see where they did. So did they drop all the way out? Oregon
yeah, they
did.
did. Uh
Wow.
huh.
I only saw like I guess that's why I missed them because yeah, I'm kind of surprised they dropped all the way out though. I mean, it's not like
Man,
they lost to a scrub.
it's the way you lost.
It's the way you lost. True,
49.
49-3.
I won't forget that two. What's it? I don't want two point conversion. It was just a regular touchdown when Stetson Bennett had like escaped the pressure, spin back
Yeah,
around. I mean, the guy was I forgot the receiver name. I can't think around
M-
now, top of my head. He was
it was McConkey.
McConkey, yes. Well, I mean, he was
Yeah,
wide open the whole time. He was just back there like
yeah,
waving his hand.
yeah,
And I'm sitting,
exactly.
I'm sitting here like this
Yeah,
whole time. Nobody recognized him. Just like looked over there and saw he was over there. Like this whole time, he's sitting here wide open.
and while Stetson Bennett had all day to throw, he had all day, man.
Right.
So it kind of reminded me. I don't know if you remember that Texas A&M with that Manziel throw against Alabama.
Yeah. Uh huh.
You kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's exactly what it matched up. Then speaking of
wide open.
man, and speaking of great throws, you got the Florida Utah game where what's my guy name? Anthony Richardson. And I hate Florida.
Yes,
As a Tennessee fan, I hate Florida. Absolutely hate them. And
gotcha.
want them to lose so bad, but I got to give credit where it's due. That 2 point conversion when he had pump fake dude out jumping and did the spin around.
Oh man, Oh man, dude is something else. I'm telling you. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
you
gonna be
got some
serious.
comparisons to Vince Young. And a lot of people that I've been seeing. I don't know
Yeah, me
about
too.
that one, but he looked the part the other night, definitely. And
Yeah,
that was a good win for them for sure. It was. I mean, it was Utah. It was Pac-12, so you don't
mhm.
want to get you want to pump the brakes on
But
it a little bit.
hey, but I say Utah's
Yeah,
one of the more better Pac-12 teams. Like seeing them to
true.
Oregon was like totally different, and like Florida is a difficult place to play at. I don't care who you are, and for
I totally agree. Totally.
Utah, they drove down the field last possession. Some told me they were gonna throw. I just knew it. They in field goal range. I know they was around the 6 yard line. I just knew
Yeah.
he's about to throw a pick. So for whatever reason, I was like, he about to throw a pick. I just had it in my
Just
like,
felt it. Just felt it. Yeah. It did kind of have that feel. Man,
he could have
that was
ran
a
it.
really good. It was a good game. Well played game. I think. Um, Florida. I think, man. They could those teams right behind Georgia. I mean, they could fall in line, man. You got Kentucky. I think is a pretty good team. Your boys, Tennessee. One of
Yeah,
those three. I don't know which one it could be. But Florida look like they could put their name in on that second line, possibly.
I know. And Tennessee hasn't beaten Florida since like 2015 or 16. And
Yeah.
you thought like, oh, this is the year we're gonna finally beat them. Nah, gotta hold that thought
Well,
again.
I would think I would still favor Tennessee right now because of just kind of what I know. But obviously we got a lot ways to go before we get to that though.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that we always lose to them. It just, it's one of the things. But
Man, that's the sentiment of all the volunteer fans. Is y'all just kind of just hold back and waiting on that waiting kind of see kind of thing right now.
mhm,
And I get that though. I get it. I get it.
yeah. But then moving forward, other SEC team, shout out to AAC. Cincinnati gave Arkansas a battle. Pretty much, Arkansas ended up winning by touchdown. Of course, Jefferson, he had his great performance. It was a pretty well game, pretty well played game. A couple, of course, same thing. College football, a couple mistakes, some muff punts, and all
Right.
type of different stuff in every game. But um, I really had no complaints about the game. I'm glad Cincinnati. I know one of my co-hosts from the last episode, Scout, he expected Arkansas to kind of blow them out, and Cincinnati hung tough pretty much throughout the whole game. So that was pretty good sight to see.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I think it was good because you want for them being the first Group of Five team to get in the playoff. You didn't want I didn't want them to come back and be like, okay, they get blown out the first game because they obviously Desmond Ritter graduated or well he's with the Falcons now or whatever. You didn't want Cincinnati to come out and just lay an egg the first game. I was happy to see it even though I'm kind of big on Arkansas. So I thought that was a good win for Arkansas. I mean, I think Cincinnati was ready. Luke Fickle, man, looks got a lot of people that maybe want him to coach their ball club here sooner or later or whatever. Cincinnati was ready, but Arkansas they did what they had to do, and yeah, it was a good football game. It really was.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And before we end off from Saturday, move forward to the crazy game on Sunday. Even more crazy. North Carolina, Appalachian State, 63-61. Appalachian State scored 40 points in the fourth quarter. 40 points in the fourth quarter. That's
Well,
unheard of.
make it make sense.
40. And they went for two twice. They missed it. What they missed. Onside kick. North Carolina returns it for a touchdown to give Appalachian State another
Exactly.
chance. And came right down the field and scored again.
Exactly. Return it for the touchdown instead of just falling on the ball and say, look, we'll just run the clock out. I'm gonna run down the sideline and score a touchdown and give them the ball back. Of course, then again, you ought to expect your defense to say, okay, you know what, maybe we can stop them in 20 seconds. They were right back
Sir.
down the field. Man, that was crazy. It was. I
That
bet
went,
Mac Brown aged a little bit. Probably
he
Mac
had
Brown
to.
probably wanted to go on this exit stage right on that one.
Yeah, Which what's it? The first 2-point conversion or the second one where they should have had it, but he overthrew the dude. I think it was the first one.
I think it was the first one, if I'm not mistaken.
I was like, bro, he had
wide
it too.
open.
I was like, dog,
wide open.
You can't.
He put too much on it, and dude couldn't never get his balance or anything.
He already turned around. You couldn't ask for a better week one. You couldn't ask for a better week one. That was
you couldn't. Like you say, like exactly. Oh man, the entertainment value was through the roof.
And of course, when you think you can't get any more entertaining, LSU Florida State gives us the probably most entertaining ending that you ever see. You can't even explain. And you know what's crazy? I kind of just like how I had a feeling that Utah quarterback's gonna throw that pick. I just had a feeling like when LSU moved off the point, I had a feeling. I don't know what. I just had a feeling Florida State was gonna fumble and give it to him.
I kind of did too. But how does that happen though, man? How? On the 1 yard line, and then LSU proceeds to just go 99 yards.
Right. And another game where I don't hate Florida State, like I hate Florida. I mean, I have no problem with Florida State, but as a Memphian, a Memphis/Tennessee fans, Memphis fan, who Mark Norvell was our former coach, and Memphis is struggling right now with Ryan Silverfield. If Florida State struggle and they fired Mike Norvell, I was thinking we could get them back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of cannot. Because Mike Norvell can come back home, but
oh man, I know, right?
So I was kind of hoping for that, but hey, I couldn't. That ended. My uncle is a Florida State fan. We was at a family reunion in Branson, Missouri. Right?
Okay.
Our rooms right next to each other, so you could hear him like the whole final drive. You could hear him. And
going right. Oh man, I bet that was interesting.
Exactly. Then after, of course, he went with the 1 yard line. Ain't no way else you could score, right? I mean, the quarterback, I can't take his name off the top of my head either. He escaped the pressure. It took off for that long run to get to in position. They get out of the
Jaden Daniels.
Daniels. Then my wife, she's watching with me. She's not a huge she's a basketball fan. She's not huge on football, but she's saying here, you get down to the last second, that took about 30 minutes. And she's like, man, it really took 1 second to take that long. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Their clock can work wonders.
Which is crazy because I think the rule is it got to be 3 seconds for them folks to be able to spike the ball. So if that's the case, the clock should have ran out.
It should have run out. It should have run out. They gave him extra play anyway.
I was like, if James could get extra play anyway, what was the point of reviewing it?
Well, not at all. Exactly. I mean, and then it should have been the clock should have started right then, but it didn't start until he actually hiked the ball.
But then I guess Florida State, because they said they wanted to find a play, so Florida State went ahead and called the timeout. So I was like, yeah.
True. Right. They did. That's right. They did call timeout.
They get one play anyway, so it was like they just went and called it so they get their defense set. I'm like, y'all. For 1 second, just
30 minutes, man. But that's one of the things that like some of the NFL only fans. That's one of the things they have against college football. The games take too long. 4 hours. Yeah. They need to work on that.
They really do. Then of course, just imagine the game went to overtime. Like LSU scores, it's like soon as they score, I'm like, dang, we about to go to overtime. That's
go to overtime.
That's a whole nother hour.
At least they've tweaked that a little bit. It's not like it ain't like the Texas A&M LSU game.
A
few years ago.
Tennessee, Arkansas.
I forgot about that one.
Yep. Kentucky, I think Kentucky and Tennessee, Alabama won like 5 overtimes 1 year too. Like it was.
They did.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of those.
Did. But they did, man, because Alabama and Auburn went for 4 last year, but see that was the new rule though.
Yeah.
That
was pretty.
That was the new rule.
Mm-hmm. Then you get to the extra point. I don't know. Even then, I was like, something telling me he might miss his extra point. He got the.
I thought he was gonna miss it.
Yeah, he got it blocked.
I,
So I can't. And a lot of people blaming the kicker. I was like, I mean, that whole left side, that was three Florida State players
uh,
right there. Ain't nothing.
oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah, man, you can't. I mean, it was yeah. You can't blame the kicker on that one.
Ain't
And
nothing.
he was the one getting all the threats and stuff on Twitter, from what I heard.
I'm
And I'm
like,
like,
what?
you blaming the kicker?
What he supposed to do?
Find the left side of the line that was supposed to be blocking for him. Find them.
I'm like, it's a whole left side these folks came from and straight up blocked it. I'm like, come on now. Uh,
Right. Right. And y'all making the kicker cancel his social media and all that,
but
Crazy,
man,
man.
that's how I mean. We want to recap, y'all. It can't get no better than that and how it started and how it ended. That was the finishing touch. Technically ended with the Clemson blowout on Georgia Tech, but we're going to say
True.
LSU was the real ending.
Yeah. Yeah. We just gonna erase Monday night. That didn't even happen.
Right, man. But like I said, it can't get no better than that. I just know after the Florida State game, Mark came in. He was like, "Man, this the way week one was. Like this, we in for a great season." I'm like, "Yeah,
We in for a great season. Yes, for sure.
great season. It's going to end with Alabama and Georgia in the end again. That's what it is."
Hey, I don't have no problem with that.
Of course you don't. Alabama fan right
I'm trying to tell you, we gotta get our revenge, man. We still got that bad taste in our mouths.
here. Man. Speaking of Alabama, going to week two predictions. Alabama at Texas. I just happened to come
Yeah.
across the game.
Yes.
How you feel? How you feeling?
I mean, I feel good about it, man. I just can't see Texas having enough talent to get with this Alabama team, because I truly believe this is one of the best teams that Nick is going to have since he's been in Tuscaloosa. I really do, especially on the defensive side. And the one thing, man, the one thing that kind of has me just a little bit shaky is last year we had 4 road games, and 3 of those games we lost to one A&M, and then Auburn and Florida we could easily, maybe should have lost them. So that's the only thing. We haven't played a road game. What do they look like going on the road this week? A place they've never been. That's the only thing. Other than that, we should be good.
And it was an unexpected game. Like, I mean, Alabama at Texas. Like, it's like, wow. They said
Yeah.
they decided, hey, we're gonna pull up.
We're gonna pull up, man.
They said y'all gonna pull up.
We're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull, and then of course they announced Texas and Oklahoma coming into the SEC right after that. But
But
Alabama pulling up to a lot of different places here in the next few years, though. Yeah.
I see y'all, man. See you, Nick Saban. But y'all are favored. Y'all are favored by 20. So I would expect y'all to cover more than likely.
I think that's about right. I think it's about right. Yeah.
But you never know. True road games. I don't know. Who is Texas coach?
You don't. Sarkisian. Sark.
Okay, yep.
So, and of course, and he's going on talking about they've had their game plan in for like 3 months and all that. And of course, we know all of Saban's tendencies and all of that.
Yeah, he was Alabama.
But we know his tendencies, so kind of even.
Exactly. It's like y'all play Ole Miss when Lane Kiffin was there. Like, hey, okay.
Kiffin. Yep. Exactly. Well, I mean, it go both ways.
Money. All right. Easy money. But let's get to some of the tougher matchups. Kentucky, Florida. Kentucky is, I think they've beaten Florida the last couple of years after not beating them for like a very long time.
Long time.
And now they pull it up, man. So Kentucky, Florida. I think I saw someone say on Twitter, this is like a great quarterback matchup for like with Levy and Anthony Richardson for NFL draft people. They about to love this matchup.
Right.
So what you think about Kentucky, Florida, this early SEC matchup?
A real interesting game. I thought Kentucky might. I thought they might actually be favored going to the Swamp, which is, I don't know if that's ever happened. Kentucky being favored going to the Swamp, but I don't. I think Florida's a slight favorite or whatever.
Six,
But
6 point. Yep.
6 points, I got you. So, man, that's about what I thought. So, um, I, from what I saw, of Florida, I think uh, I like what I saw. Napier, I think, is going to be a really good coach for them, and Richardson brings them a dynamic they haven't had. And Kentucky, the thing about them is they've always kind of leaned on their running game, and I think I'm not sure if their running back Rodriguez is going to be back this week or not. But he's their top running back. He got suspended. Didn't play. He didn't play last week. They're gonna have him, and to kind of take some pressure off of Levis because I just don't see you being one dimensional going down there and
Nah.
beating Florida like that. I don't see that happening. If you had asked me a couple weeks ago, I probably said Kentucky would probably go in there and win that game. I think I'm probably kind of leaning toward Florida from what I saw the other night.
Yeah, same here. I think the betting odds changed it. I mean, what happened
Yeah,
last week? I think everybody would have had Kentucky winning, but I ain't gonna say everybody because it's still no matter what you're playing at the Swamp, you're playing at Florida, right?
and it's still Kentucky.
Yeah, and you still Kentucky, and they still Florida, right? Because
Right.
Kentucky beat them at home, right? So
Yeah.
I gonna say I gonna pick Florida just for the just history of just seeing what Anthony Richardson did their first game, the Utah game. So
Yep.
I'm with you. I think I'll take. I don't think now the 6 point spread. I would probably take the under. I think the game is going to come down to probably like kind of like the Utah game, probably like the last second
I
field
agree.
goal where they gonna win by like 3 points or something. So I'm not. I ain't gonna say I'm the greatest builder in the world. I ain't like my guy,
Me,
the real deal with
I'm
Damian Adams
working
out
on it,
there.
but no, I'm not either. So
Yeah,
but
I ain't like my
yeah,
guy.
I'm with you. I expect a tight game. I'm with you on
Like,
that. I mean, it
yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if Kentucky win the game either. It wouldn't
exactly.
surprise me at all.
Exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
take the under. Yep. So I'm like,
Yep.
don't like I said, that's the odds I take. That's the odds we'll take. I ain't like my guy, the real deal with Damian Adams. So my guy on
Yeah,
LBR,
real deal
I threw it
bets.
on. All right, real deal bet.
Exactly. Let the professionals handle it.
And like my guy here for LBR, my guy Tunica Trevor, he do his picks now every Saturday now. So I'm not like them, but that's
Gotcha.
just
Gotcha.
the best I take.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah, I mean, I kind of tried it a little bit. Maybe one of these days I might kind of get into that, but yeah, I'm gonna let them handle it for right now.
and last but not least, the revenge game, Tennessee Pittsburgh. Like I told
Yes,
some
sir.
folks, Kenny Pickett ain't walking through that door this year.
He ain't walking through that door. But like I said, he could walk through the door because he's right there in the city. You know what I'm saying? He could
You said,
technically walk through the door.
uh,
He just
like,
won't be wearing a Pittsburgh Panther
no,
jersey.
no, sir. They got a road game at Cincinnati week 1.
Yeah,
He
they
ain't
do. They
coming.
got the
He
road
ain't
game.
coming. Yeah, unless
He
they
ain't
unless
coming.
they unless they trapping Sunday morning, he ain't gonna be there.
Right. Hey, it's a short
Man.
trip, Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, not that far. So
Right. But one thing I did, Pete, because I think Kentucky was already ranked. Florida wasn't ranked. Florida went from unranked to
that's
12
right.
because Utah was top 10. So they were number
That's
7. So
exactly
that was
right.
upset. They are ahead of Kentucky in the rankings now.
Exactly.
uh,
Right. Yeah. So and that's why I said maybe Kentucky would have come in a slight favorite, but when that happened the other night, nah. Yeah.
then even like go to the Tennessee game. Tennessee wasn't ranked last week. We're ranked now 24. Pittsburgh was ranked
24.
already. They're
Right.
17. This is a road game for Tennessee. Yet Tennessee is favored by 6 points in the road game against a team that they're ranked lower than. Make it make sense.
SEC factor.
Like you're a touchdown favorite on the road against a team that's ranked higher
On
than
the
you.
road, 7 spots higher.
It was more than that before last week. So,
Right. That's crazy, man. I know, man. It is. That SEC, yeah, it just means more, right?
but what you feel for this game?
To be honest with you, I think I put the tweet out there the other night. We were just talking about that West Virginia game with them. I still couldn't figure out how Pittsburgh won the game. So I mean, obviously we know how they won it,
Yeah,
but you know,
exactly.
it looked like a game West Virginia should have won. So I look at it from that standpoint, and then like you say, Kenny Pickett's not coming through that door. I like Tennessee's chances a lot in this game. I really do. I'm you know, I'm a Bama fan, but I keep it real. I'm kind of big on Tennessee this year.
Yep. Same here. I think even I got a guy, so one of my guy, Diddy, he lives in Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh fan. He's a Titans fan. He live in Pittsburgh and
Right.
that's random. But he look at this shirt, he was like, yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh beat Tennessee. He looking pretty nervous on Twitter streets. And
Oh, did it really?
I'll Tennessee
Gotcha.
Titans, Tennessee Vols fans, of course, talking stuff. He like, man, he a little spooky. I'm normally seeing him talk stuff all the time, so it's a little like seeing him be
Right.
that way. I'm like, oh yeah, we probably winning, but
Right. Right.
but the Tennessee fan in me just can't guarantee anything because we known
Can't
to
get and that's
know
that.
some.
But hey, like I said, you're not alone on that. I've seen that all on all on social media. Everybody's y'all just kind of that. We're gonna kind of have to see it to believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm going to go and believe it. The 6 point spread that does scare. If I'm betting 6 point spread
Yeah.
on the road at Pittsburgh, I
Yeah.
would. I could see a case in taking it, but I had to go under. I think we win, but it'd be under.
Yeah. I'm with you. I probably again if it could be decided by a field goal. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I do think Tennessee wins the game. But 6 points, it's not bad. I could definitely see Tennessee covering that. But I don't know if if I was a betting man, I don't know if I think I stay away from that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I think that's pretty close. Like like I said, the Kentucky Florida one's like, yeah, I take under easily. This one
Right, right.
on a
With Florida being
Tennessee,
at home, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, man. But that was I pick the three games I decided to pick. Pretty much the three biggest games, if we want to be honest. You got some Arkansas, South Carolina. I forgot Spencer Rattler was in South Carolina. He got that game.
And
Got Baylor and
that's Baylor BYU, yeah.
Yep, that's a ranked game. So you got a couple other ones to look out for the college football fans. So week 2, I don't know if it's gonna be as crazy as week 1. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be as crazy as week 1 because I've seen crazier, right? Wait, so college football is
Yes,
crazy.
it would not surprise me. Just long as it don't get crazy in Austin, Texas, man. We just want status quo in Austin, Texas.
Right,
It can be
right.
crazy everywhere else.
I felt that one.
No,
But
right? Exactly.
well, transition from the I guess amateurs to the pros. Let's get to the NFL. Week 1 predictions. Picked a couple of games. Of course, we're both Titans fans, so I will pick. We will have to choose that one, but we got to start off with Thursday night. We are recording this on a Wednesday night. It will be out on Thursday morning before the first game of the season between, pretty much, in my opinion, the two Super Bowl favorites with the Bills and the Rams. So, first game of the season, Bills at Rams on ring night. Who do you got?
Well, I'm going with the Bills. And it's not necessarily because I think they're necessarily better than the Rams. It's just is the ring. I don't know if the NFL teams get their rings or not. Like the NBA does or
Yeah, I
whatever
don't
on
think they do.
opening night. It
Mm-hmm.
just seemed like to me it's a lot for that team that won the championship and they're playing at home and all of that. It seemed like it's a lot to overcome, and then obviously they're playing a real good team. I think I like Buffalo in that game tomorrow night, but again, I totally agree with you. I think those two teams could be on a collision course for the Super Bowl.
Yep, same thing here. I actually think Buffalo is better than the Rams. I honestly think
No,
if Buffalo could have just 13 seconds, could have just stopped Kansas City from getting the field goal range, they would have won the Super Bowl last year, in my opinion. So,
true.
and they went and
Gotcha.
took Von Miller away from the Rams to help their only weakness. So,
Now that's very true. That's very true.
um, so
Yeah.
Buffalo. well, I ain't gonna say only weakness. They don't run the ball well either, so that's still a weakness. They still would have to prove. But I think
Right.
Buffalo, like I said, Super Bowl hangover. Um, got the staff in the elbow thing. Although he said it was hurt last year as well, so I don't
Yeah.
know how serious it necessarily could be coming into the season. I know Jalen Ramsey will have something to prove after his Leicester Stellar playoff performance.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, some things
Big
happened in
time.
the playoffs. He spoke about it on the Pivot podcast. He had some things. He was
Gotcha.
pissed off about those plays, but he
Right.
going to get Stephon Diggs. I think he's going to want to try and prove something. But I don't
Exactly.
know, man. Aaron Donald, Josh Allen, this gonna be a good game. It's gonna be
It's
one. It's
it's
gonna be one.
it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be interesting to see. You spoke about Von Miller. It's gonna be interesting to see the Rams
Mhm.
pass rush. Them uh, kind of trying to replace him with Wagner and all. I wonder how that's gonna go.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a tight contest. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
Yep. Same here. And I think the difference will be Von Miller. I know it's Tre'Davious White. I think he's still out because he
I
tore his
think so
ACL
too.
late last season.
Right.
But I think Von Miller makes the difference. They finally got that little bit of pass rush to probably secure the win in the end. I got them pick to win by like 3. I mean, it's gonna be a nip and tuck game.
Yeah. I think so. I think somewhere around 34, 31, something like
Yep.
that, what I would
Spot on.
call it, somewhere in that
Yep.
range. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yep.
It'll be on. Yeah, it's gonna be on.
And that's the same score would be Buffalo on Monday Night Football, no, ain't it?
Oh yeah,
Last year. That's the same score. Say out to Big Jeff.
that's right. That's it. That's it.
Right.
I believe. I believe it's gonna be about the same.
Yep. And speaking of the Titans, of course, we're Titans fans, so we got to pick that game. Giants, Titans. I'll be there in tennis, Titans fans. Of course, we had the huge loss of Harold Landry. Although,
Right.
in my personal opinion, and I love Harold Landry, I think he's the third most important defensive player, but I think you can offset his loss. You can't just
Right.
totally replace him. I don't think he hadn't missed a game in 3 years, right? So he
Right.
played 98% of snaps. So you can't replace him, but you got Rashard. You can offset. You got the Nico
Rashard
Nico
Weaver.
outside. You got Rashard Weaver,
Yeah.
who's looking great. Who got hurt last year? We don't know what he is yet.
Exactly.
But you couldn't lose Kevin Byard or Big Jeff. Those are the two you
No,
absolutely couldn't lose. If one of them got hurt, I would have felt a
I
whole lot
totally agree.
different.
I totally agree, man. On that backside, man, no way you can lose
Yeah.
Byard. And
Yep.
you got to have Simmons up there wreaking havoc off that front, man. So, yeah. So I think if you're going to, obviously you don't want to lose him, but if you're going to lose one of those guys, that probably was the guy that I totally agree that maybe we could afford to lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it still hurts though, man.
Yeah, it
It
hurts.
still
Don't
hurts.
worry, it hurts. Man, I saw that tweet. I was like, bro, come on, like, what?
You got to be joking, man. A week before?
Like, dog, right before.
I'm like this, man. I feel like okay, I'm dreaming. I'm having a nightmare. I'm gonna wake up here in a minute, and then it's not gonna be real. But no, yeah. So yeah, I'm just wishing him a speedy recovery, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. Of course, we signed Josh Gordon. We'll see if he makes it on the actual roster from the practice squad and see if he give us anything. We got
Gonna be
Bud,
interesting.
of course, Bud Dupree is fully recovered from the ACL a whole year later, so that helps out with the Harold Landry injury as well. But Giants, week 1, O'Dory Jackson. He had they
I
had
know,
asked him
right?
about his return to Tennessee. He didn't sound like he just had any like animosity towards Titans. He was like, "Hey, I'm happy. I'm glad to be back. I want to." He real cool with Kevin Byard and the guys, so he was like, "I'm ready to see the folks I've been cool with."
Gotcha.
I didn't feel no animosity from his little interview talking about the Titans. He was like, "Hey, it just didn't work out. You glad to be back." I think he'd been doing pretty good with the Giants. With us, he did pretty good. He just his last year
He did.
he won. We couldn't trust him to stay healthy, and he don't never catch it.
There you go.
He had opportunity. He's always there, but he don't make the play.
He never could. Kind of like old boy from West Virginia, right?
Like you always in position, but I need you to actually get the pick. Right?
Always. I thought, man, he's gonna be the perfect dude. You got him, you punt returner. You got him. I knew he was gonna be, man. This gonna be our Dion.
Yeah,
But
man.
it
He was solid.
never came about, man.
Yeah, so
It
like I said,
never
it just didn't
did.
work. But what do you got? Us Giants week 1. What you got? What's your prediction?
Well, like I say, now we talked about last year, game 1. Long we on nothing like that going on. Uh, you know, I'm interested to see what the Giants have with Saquon coming back,
Me too.
Daniel Jones. But but that just for a second, that kind of that Tyrod Taylor Daniel Jones thing is just kind of crazy to me, man.
Hmm.
And I hate it for Tyrod because it just seemed like he just never really got that one chance to really prove what he could really do. He's always been behind that one guy or whatever. I just wonder how long Daniel Jones is gonna keep that job. But you know, the Giants, I think the Giants are gonna be a little bit improved this year. I really do. But that said, though, I don't see them coming in here week 1 and beating us. It's, obviously it's going to be interesting to see what Derrick Henry's going to look like. We haven't seen him yet in the preseason or anything. But other than that, I think we're going to be good. I think probably a low scoring game. I say somewhere around 23-13, something like that. But I think we'll definitely come out with the victory.
Yep. That's around what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like 20-16, 20-13 ish. I think the Giants would it'll either go like we'll kind of be winning by like 20-3 and they'll like close in at the end and
Right.
make it closer, or it could be a nip and tuck game. Of course, we're prone to lose to bad teams, Jets and Texas last
Exactly.
year, Bills 2
Exactly.
years ago before they got good. The year before
Exactly.
last, I forgot who we lost to. We lost to the Bengals when they went good 2 years ago. So
Yep. Yep.
we tend to do that. So I'm hoping that they snap out of it this year. Man, that's a Giants could potentially be okay. I think they got pretty good defense. I
Right.
am interested in Saquon if he can stay healthy. But we did have the number 2 rush defense last year, and we missed being
Yes.
number 1 by 2 yards. So Big Jeff still there. So I
Exactly.
think they're
Exactly.
probably gonna like up the running game. I ain't scared of no Daniel Jones on the
Oh no,
receivers.
no, man, not for
Uh,
real.
I think
He has a couple weapons out there, but no, I'm not. No, I'm
yeah,
not scared of
I
him,
ain't
man.
I ain't scared of him. I like our defense, a secondary. I'm ready to see Caleb Farley, Roger McCreary, and the Christian Fulton duo since Elijah Bolden didn't practice, so he might not be playing.
Right.
But offense, I'm ready to see the tight ends. Tannehill got some tight ends this year, right?
Yes.
Austin
Yes.
Hooper and Chig,
Hooper.
like
Yes.
that's gonna help.
Chig. Oh man, absolutely. See I think that was one big thing that we missed last year for sure. After we lost John Smith, and
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm waiting to see that, and I think that opens up things for Woods
Yep.
and and
Hurts.
all those guys on the outside as well. You know.
Yep.
So yeah,
And
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
of course, Tannehill didn't play the preseason either, so want to see if
Right.
he has some rust as well, same as Derrick Henry. But Tannehill has something proved this year. I'm hoping he come out like
Yes.
try and get back to what he was 2 years ago. And like I told people, I'm not worried about him in the regular season.
Right.
It's when you get to the playoff. That's where I need to see him. I'd seen 3 years in a row where he choked in the playoffs, but the regular
In the
season, I'm
playoffs, man.
fine. Last year, he had a lot of injuries. AJ Brown, Julio, and Derrick Henry all missed a lot of time. And he still got
Exactly.
us in the 1 seed. So I'm not worried about regular season. Tannehill. So people all picking the Colts. We'll see y'all at the end of the season. That's all I got to say on that.
Here you go.
But before we move forward from the NFL predictions, I always do an upset pick. I used to do that on my Let's Tighten Up podcast. Decided I throw it in here as well. Do you have an upset pick for week 1? Which the week that a lot of upset picks happen anyway.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, you might think I'm kind of crazy on this one, but another team that I'm looking forward to improve is the Detroit Lions. And that is going to kind of go against
That's
my
a good one.
man Jalen, man. But that's the game that pops out to me, man. I'm telling you, I like the Lions. What is it? -4 Eagles.
I like that one.
I would take the Lions in that football game, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I looked long and hard at them, man. I just listened to 33 podcasts of Jamie Adams and them. And
Yeah,
who is Jason Fearme? He picked the Lions too, I think.
I did. Okay,
And
I missed it. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, they did a live show Wednesday nights. He just picked them, and of course, their co-host Nikki was like, "What?" I was like, "That ain't too crazy," because pretty much the first month, the first month of the season, teams still like getting acquainted. The Chiefs started like
Right.
1-3, like 2-3 last year, so stuff like that first month of the
Exactly.
season, a lot of those crazy upsets usually happen within that first month.
Exactly. The
So
Lions, the
yeah,
Lions actually played a lot of close games last year
they
too,
did.
and so
I peeped it.
yeah,
Yeah, I was like, they were in all their games.
yeah,
Like they lost a lot, but they were like right. I mean, the Ravens game, they had and won. And Lamar Jackson had
yes.
control midfield, and Justin Tucker hit the
And then
NFL
Tucker hit
record.
one from he kicked one from Minnesota,
Right.
and yeah, man, yeah, exactly. So
That's
yeah,
he
the
said,
Lions I think could surprise a little bit.
hey, I could see
What
that one.
about you?
I almost picked that one. I saw another one that caught my eye because Kansas City is favored
Okay,
for about 6 at Arizona. And everybody
I,
just acting like Arizona just wasn't good at all. Give me Arizona at home.
got you.
Give me
Got
Arizona
yes.
at home.
I,
6 points? Golly. I know D Hop out the
I,
first 6 games, but they
true,
normally start
that's
hot.
true, but I think we got some other weapons over there though.
Right. They traded for Marquise Brown. They normally start hot. What they did last year, 2 years
Oh,
ago.
especially last year. Well, we
Right.
know
They
that
start.
well. Exactly.
Like 6 months is a lot for them to be at home. I understand it's still Kansas City. I still got Kansas City picking to win the division, despite
I do
everything
too.
that's happened. Yeah. So,
I do too.
but
I'm with you on that.
that's my upset pick. I know a lot of people are picking Minnesota over Green Bay, which Minnesota typically beats Green Bay at home anyway. That's
I
still an
looked at
upset
that
pick if
game.
they beat them. Yeah.
I looked at that game and I started to go that. Like you say, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But and I actually have the Vikings as one of my wild card teams in the NFC.
No, nice.
So
I know some people
yeah.
got them winning the division, so, so
Hey, I can see that now. I mean, I
I
can see that.
could.
Yeah,
I don't trust their defense enough. I didn't see their defense improve because to me, their
gotcha.
offense, Kirk Cousins, their offense wasn't the problem at all last year.
I agree.
They put up points. Their defense just kind of
Exactly,
just
and a lot of that was without Dalvin Cook. Now he should be back good
uh,
now for sure.
yeah. I hope he stay healthy because he
Thielen,
showed my
all those
fantasy
dudes,
team.
and of course Justin Jefferson. Yeah,
And Thielen was hurt like last year too. Remember? So it's
exactly.
yeah. I think Minnesota's solid. I mean, I remember they drafted pretty well last year and this year. So we'll see how it turns out for them this season. But
Right.
moving from the professional football players to the professional women basketball players, aces. For one, shout out to Sue Bird. Great career. Retired.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That that game last night, Chelsea Gray, this whole series, Chelsea Gray. And remember, you saw my tweet this morning. I kept thinking like she reminded me of DeMar DeRozan. But
Yeah,
the playoffs, I had never seen DeMar DeRozan do that. So who else did she remind me of? And you see the jersey, you probably don't see it. My favorite player is Jimmy Butler.
got move to. There you go. There you go.
Right. She reminded me of him. Like, man, that dog.
Well, like I said this morning, I thought that was a perfect comparison.
Yeah,
Perfect.
man.
Yeah,
Dang,
man. That
man.
Chelsea Gray was unbelievable, man. I mean, I just, every time she came down, and you think, obviously, you think about Asia Wilson being being the number one go to for the Aces, or after that, Kelsey Plum or whatever.
Yep.
Chelsea Gray took it over, man. She took it
Mhm.
over,
And she
and
was the one.
she was yeah.
And she was the one game one who was going toe to toe. Jewel Lord outdueled her, but it was Chelsea Gray. It was both of them going back and forth in the
Yep,
game one. And Jewel Lord came
yep.
out with the more clutch baskets. Then last night, Chelsea Gray just took over in the game. That Brianna Stewart had 42 points. I mean,
Brianna
she
Stewart,
dog.
she balled out the entire series as well.
Yes, he
I mean,
did, man.
you probably kind of say that Brianna Stewart outballed Asia to a
Yep.
degree,
And
as good
Asia
as
was
Asia
killing
was.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that series was fire.
Right.
In a way, even though I'm an Aces fan, I wouldn't
Wish
mind
it went
seeing one more
five.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish he went 5, man. Like,
Yep.
dog, that
Yep.
series need to go 5. That deserved 5. But
It
Aces,
it, it needed to, man.
yeah. Y'all,
It needed
point, I
to.
think for your sake and for the Aces' sake, I'm glad they probably glad they go 5.
Oh,
They
true.
trying.
Yeah, because you don't want to put yourself in that kind of you know anything can happen in game 5, man. No
Yeah.
doubt. So yeah, or game 7 or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah. But also, what go back to the game 3. So I mean, every game came down to the wire, but game 3 was the crazy game where
yeah,
three back-to-back buckets in like the last 3 seconds. That was where the team took alternated the lead. After Agent Wilson hit,
yes.
then Super hit the 3, then
Super hit
Jackie
the one from
Young.
the corner.
Yep,
Yep.
Jackie Young had to lay up and had to
Yep.
the girl. I don't know why the girl didn't jump up. Like I understand she was trying not to
I,
foul her, but in that situation,
yeah, I
you gotta
that was the only thing. Yeah, that was all it could have been. She didn't want to foul, but you got to at that point, man. Yeah, you gotta do what you got to
yeah.
do.
She didn't want the air one, but you got to go for the other one. I'm sorry. That's like I understood what she was doing, but I'm like, nah, you got to go for the other one. Like if you
You
miss the
got to.
block, foul her hard enough where she don't hit the shot. I can understand it, but I prefer you to try to contest that one because she lost
Right.
anyway.
See, like, yeah, so yeah, and then I guess it didn't really matter, but still, I mean, I'm with you, man. But yeah, it was a heck of a series for sure.
Yeah, man. But like I said, congrats to y'all back in the finals. Hopefully, my squad or really my favorite player, Candace. I followed her from the Sparks to Chicago. Uh,
Gotcha.
they decided they didn't want to take care of business in the game 4. They decided they wanted to go and go take it to the distance against a team that, just like y'all, Connecticut has been like
Yes,
there every year, last couple of years.
yes,
Like right
yes.
there. Jonquel Jones won MVP last year. DeWanna Bonner,
Yep,
she won with the Phoenix Mercury. She's over there. They've been,
yep.
just like Vegas, just like right there at the edge, like
Right
trying to
there,
get over
can't
the
get over
top.
the hump.
So game 5 scared me. It scared me for a team that's desperate versus a team that did win championship last year that might be satisfied. It kind of scared me a little bit. And Candace Parker was playing by
I don't
herself a little
blame you.
bit in game 3.
I
So
don't, I don't blame you a bit.
it scared me a little bit, hey. But game 5 tomorrow, which I hate. The WNBA schedule should did better. Why they playing this game in the middle of the Bills Rams game? It's literally on the same
Oh
exact
man, you
time.
know what? Damn, I hadn't even thought about that.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm about to put it on.
it sucks, man. They gotta do better. Look like maybe Friday night would have been better or something, but
Exactly. I'm like, why y'all decide? Oh, they should look at the
oh
schedules
man,
and they got to do. Hey, I'll
they
make a
gotta
y'all
do
with two
better.
TVs. Yeah, because
Yeah,
football
that's
on the
all you can
king.
do. That's all you can do, man. Because
But
I can't miss that at all. Yeah,
even then,
that's gonna it's gonna be interesting too. Mm.
WNBA finals start Sunday, the first Sunday NFL
Uh,
season. Like this.
yeah, not a lot of risk for whoever win that game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Not a lot of risk.
yeah. So who you got?
Man, tomorrow night I'm going with the Sky. I think that I really can't say exactly what happened last night. I'm not surprised that Connecticut won that game, but for them to win it by 24 points, and then when they were up by 30 at one point, if I remember correctly, that was a bit surprising. So it's kind of like you said. It was like Chicago, like, well, we did what we had to do. We had to get the split here in Connecticut, so we're just going back home and winning in Chicago. So
Mhm.
I don't know, but I've got the Sky tomorrow night. I just think you got too many players that have been there. They did it last year, and like you said, Connecticut kind of gets to that point and can't quite get over the hump. And I think it's gonna happen that way again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I wish I had the same faith as you. Unfortunately, I think it's the. I think a team that's hungry, trying to get over the hump, just like Vegas did it. They had to get over the hump against Seattle. I think Chicago. I think Chicago messed up. What's
Hey,
that? Messed the society. The scene when the guy was like, "Now you see now. You fucked up, right?" That's that's, that's how I feel right there.
well,
Like I
that's my
think.
scene right there, man.
Okay.
Are you sure that you at the store at 11:30? Yes. Yeah. It was 11:30. So you sure? that it was 12:30. Man, yeah, that was a classic, man.
Oh man. Yeah, I can't help to think about the scene right there, man. But hopefully, please prove me wrong. Candace Parker, you willed them to victory in game 3. Sure, you'll
Yeah,
do it again. Please prove me wrong. Can do it again. Get to the finals. But also, I think once we get to the finals, put it this way. Last year, I thought that they couldn't beat Phoenix. I thought Phoenix, Diane Taurasi, Brittany Griner,
right.
Brittany Griner, and Scott
Yeah,
Davis Smith would be too
absolutely.
much for them, and they wasn't. Chicago overcame them. I'm thinking the same thing this year with the Aces. They could prove me wrong each time. So just keep proving me wrong, Chicago. But hey, either way, whoever wins, we're gonna have a great WNBA finals.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Either one, like I said, I think it'll be the Sky, but if it's Connecticut, yeah, I like a lot of girls on that team. One of my favorite players, Dewana Barner, even though she's Auburn, Dewana Barner, man, I like her, man. She can do it all, man. She can shoot the three, she can take it to the hole on you, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so I think yeah, the finals are going to be good either way it goes, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, like DeWanna Bonner, a champ already, so she's just trying to help Connecticut rank one to the
Yeah,
pro team in Connecticut, not the college team, the pro team. Although I think
right.
Connecticut won before. They did win before.
They won. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did win before. Not this iteration recently, but like back in the early
Back in the day
late
a little bit. Yeah,
2010s or something. But yeah,
right,
before Minnesota won on
right.
their run. But man, it
Oh
doesn't.
man, Amaya Moore,
Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
I
Hmm.
miss her, man. I think she
I
done
do
though.
too. I do too.
She
Big
gained weight
time.
and everything. She chilling.
She chilling now, yeah. Man, I
Man, she
guess
won.
Sylvia Fowles will go chill with her now,
She was
huh?
fast, yeah. Man, she won 4. I mean, she won 4 in like 5 years. So I guess,
Can't beat that.
yeah, you can
Can't beat
afford
that.
to.
Yeah, she was trying to get with the comments. Exactly.
Right. She did it. But man, that does for the episode, man. Appreciate you coming on. I know it's a little short notice again, but
That's
hey,
all good.
definitely fun. Definitely fun. It was too much to talk about that you just couldn't let pass, especially with the college football and in WNBA playoffs, just everything. Football's back.
Totally agree.
Great
Totally
time,
agree,
man.
man.
Hey, let
Definitely,
people
man.
know.
I appreciate you having me.
Hey, no doubt, no doubt. And let the people know where to follow you at again.
Uh, at Seawood on Sports on Twitter and IG. And again, my podcast is called Ball About the South, and you can find it just about whatever podcast platform you want to listen to: Spotify, Apple, Google, all of those, even iHeartRadio and all that. And man, just like, subscribe, and yeah,
Yep, pretty sure y'all, man. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. He puts out some great stuff. Great follow on Twitter as well. I definitely co-sign that, man. Definitely know
I
his sports.
appreciate it. You as well, man.
Man, appreciate it. Appreciate it. And of course, y'all know to follow me at the one DAONE_P Shark on Twitter. And of course, our LBR media page, LBR_media. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Like I said, this is exclusively on YouTube. Any episodes or any like videos like this outside our actual Saturday lineup episodes would just be YouTube only. Not the official episode, just more of a tweener videos, of course. So be sure to check us out on YouTube, our regular episodes, Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, you name it, and YouTube as well, and as well as live on YouTube. And of course, check out everything we got going on. Starting 5 podcast for Grizzly Bear Blues Podcast Network. Follow us on there on Spotify, Apple, and Google, anywhere you get your podcast platform as well as the Memphis Grizzlies. And the NBA season is literally around the corner. I mean, next month is the preseason, so
Oh,
training camp starts this month.
yeah,
We're here. With this
exactly.
best time of the year, we're here. But man, y'all already know, man. Check us out. Let's be real. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.